Hey everyone, I'm Angela, and today's video is going to offer some lengthening and strengthening through the front line body, the back line, and your sides. So why don't we begin lying down on our back. Take a moment and set your feet on the floor, knees pointing up. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to fully come into this moment and this time that you've set out to practice yoga. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, breathe in and exhale out. Okay, you can keep your eyes closed if you'd like, otherwise open them and extend your legs long on the floor. Okay, so a couple simple movements, but you may find challenging. Let's begin. Okay, so first, arms down alongside your body, legs are long, straight. Inhale, reach your right hand over your head, flex your left foot. Now exhale, unflex the foot and lower your right arm. Okay, inhale your left hand up over your head, flex your right foot. And exhale, lower the arm, relax your foot. Now both arms, both feet. Inhale, flex both feet, reach your hands up over your head, breathing in, stretch. And exhale, lower the arms, relax your feet. And we'll do that sequence again. Inhale, flex your left foot, reach your right hand up over your head. Exhale, lower the arm, relax your foot. Good. Inhale the left hand over your head, flex your right foot. And exhale, lower the arm, relax your foot. Inhale, flex both feet, reach both arms over your head and stretch your body right through the waist. And exhale, lower the arms, relax your feet. Wonderful. Now bend your legs, sit your feet on the floor, knees pointing up, and your feet have about hip width distance between them. And take note if your toes are facing out or facing in, and try to align them so they're parallel. Okay. Inhale, lift your hips, reach your hands up over your head, press your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, lower the arms, lower the hips. Okay. Inhale, push the hips up, reach the hands back. And exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time as you lower the arms alongside the body. Good. Keep the arms down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Stay there, breathe. Okay. Now if it's available in your body, you can interlace your fingers underneath your back. Some of you might want to support your back for various reasons. Otherwise, if your fingers are interlaced underneath your back, and you can even move in a little bit closer, move the shoulder blades in closer, do that. Always be mindful that the back of your neck is off the ground. So if you've tucked your chin quite a bit, go ahead and just let that grip go. Any gripping in the jaw too. Okay. Take note if your knees are starting to splay all out, and draw them back in so they're more or less over your heels. And keep breathing. And push your hips up just a little bit higher for the last few seconds here. Keep breathing. And release. Release your hands if you need to. Lower the hips, one vertebrae at a time there. Adjust. Good. Now let's roll over onto one side of your mat and we'll come up to a tabletop position, okay? So don't do what I just did. All right, so this tabletop position, okay? Look down between your thumbs. Feet and knees are about hip-width distance apart. Inhale, lift your chin, even your eyeballs look up. Exhale, tuck the chin, bend the elbows, and work the hips closer to the heels. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Inhale, come back up. Unbend the arms, lift the chin, lift the gaze, stretch your eye muscles. Exhale, tuck the chin, bend the elbows, navel towards the back, and hips come down closer to the heels, maybe touch. Inhale, come back up. Lift the chin, lift the gaze, and then exhale. Tuck the chin, bend the elbows, hips close to the heels, maybe touching the heels. Now, if this hurts your knees, maybe place a pillow, a decorative sofa pillow or something back here to give you something to rest on. Wherever you find yourself most comfortable, be there. Take a moment, you might even just kind of rock yourself a little, I do. And then be still, close your eyes and just feel your mat under your palms. Deeper invitation to this time that you've dedicated for yourself and your self-care. So keep your head down, walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Ideally, your right hip stays where it is. And start to pull through the shoulder to stretch the right rib cage and the right side body. And still with your head down, go ahead, take a deep breath into the right side of your body, the right back, the right rib cage. And then exhale, lower the shoulder a little bit more, maybe the hip. Inhale, extend and breathe into the right side body. And exhale. Same thing, other side. So I'm having my head up a little bit so you can hear me talk. You keep your head down once you understand what the move is for you, okay? So again, the left hip is down towards the heel, maybe touching it. Left shoulder stays down, and we stretch through the shoulder, not just the hand, to extend to this left side body. Breathe into your left back, breathe into your left rib cage. And then exhale. Inhale, take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Come back to center. We'll make our way into a tabletop. Okay? We're going to start moving our body with our breath. Okay? So completely focused on your body, on your own breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. Inhale, down to your tabletop again. And exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. One more time, breathe in, bend the knees, and you can just float them above the mat for a little more of a challenge. And exhale, downward facing dog, and stay here and adjust yourself. See where your downward dog is today. Sometimes we need to walk our feet in a little bit more. Ground through the heels. Sometimes just open up through the shoulders and the head drops more. Take a moment, pause, just gaze at your toes. Keep breathing. Now gaze up at the hands. Step your feet up towards your hands. There's still space between your feet. Okay, adjust a little. So if you found yourself leaning way back to the heels, come up towards the palm out. Drop the head back down, drop the hands down. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand if you'd like. So you take a peek at the screen, just gonna interlace your arms, right? Maybe you've heard me say before, I always like this opportunity to just feel thoughts fall out of my brain, my to-do lists, my shoulds, my shouldn'ts. Okay. Place your hands back down on the ground and work your feet out towards the edge of your mat. Okay. Your feet are still parallel. Place your left hand below your head on your mat if it touches, and reach your right hand up. If your hand doesn't touch, feel free to use that couch pillow or a book or a yoga block if you have one. And go ahead and rotate your wrist that's up in the air. You can look up at the hand or the ceiling if you'd like, or look down at the left hand that's on the floor. What feels good and not painful is best. You can deepen your twist. The hand that's on the floor can go closer to the right foot or even hold on to the ankle. Now twist more through the waist, right? Take a deep breath in, lower the hand, exhale, and just come back to that neutral position. Good. Now the right hand is on the floor, on a book, on a pillow. Reach the left hand up, and if you'd like to rotate the wrist, that's nice. And eventually just let that hand be still. You can look down at the hand that's on the floor or up at the ceiling and breathe. Again, if you're deepening the twist, the hand can move closer to the left foot, even hold it. And then we twist through the waist rather than just the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and exhale, lower the hand, lower both hands to the floor, drop your head. Okay, work your feet in a little bit closer, and if you're pretty far back on your mat, just make your way towards the top of the mat so we can use the whole space if you're using a mat. All right. So feet hip-width distance apart, okay? Drop your hips, inhale, chair pose. Hold here for just a moment, chair pose. If having your hands up in the air hurts your neck or your shoulders, your hands can come right here to the heart. Okay? Now inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale back into chair, and we're just going to fold ourselves right on our thighs, and maybe the fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, lean back into chair, and then come up to stand. Good. Exhale, chair pose. And then again, just keep folding, exhaling. Biceps alongside the ears. If you're using the arms, inhale, chair. Stand up. Exhale, sit back down, fold over the legs. With the arm variation, the biceps are alongside the ears, fingertips towards the floor. Inhale, lean back into chair. Come up to stand. And exhale, chair pose, stay. So not folding over and not standing up. Again, if your shoulders hurt, I'll do the modification. Just have your hands at your heart. I'm going to lower my hips down just a little bit more. Keep breathing. And pulling the navel back towards the spine, so we're not worried about any flesh. We're just feeling that internal connection of the navel to your back body. Wonderful. Now come up to stand. Reach your hands up over your head, maybe a little arc back. Exhale, lower the arms. Pause. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to do some more breath and movement, just incorporating more poses. If at any time you get lost, just join back in. At any time in any video, just join back in where you can. Sometimes it's nice to watch a video all the way through and then come in with some familiarity. Yeah, and always remember, the more you watch it, the more you'll remember. All right, enough of that. Inhale, the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come down to the floor, step back. Lower down to chaturanga, and you can have your knees on the floor if you need them. Inhale up to upward facing dog, but listen. Exhale back to chaturanga. Again, the knees can be on the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze at the hands. Exhale, step between them. Feet do not have to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana, standing up tall, hands up over your head. Exhale, chair pose. Fold over the legs. Chest touches the thigh, hands comes down to the floor, and then inhale, lean back into chair. Stand up tall, hands over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the floor, step back to high plank, go down to low plank, chaturanga. Okay, inhale, up dog. Remember your knees can be on the ground. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Good. Exhale, down dog. Hold here, breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze at the hands, listen. Step your right foot between the hands. Drop your back heel, and we'll come up to warrior one. Okay, so my toes are facing a little bit over the front corner of my mat here. Good. And my heel is more or less lining up with the back corner of the mat. So there's just an angle. Front leg bent. Arms up, shoulders down. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hinge forward so you're about parallel to the floor, halfway down, right? Inhale, come back up. Bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Come down halfway. Navel pulls back to support your back. Inhale, bend the knee, come back up. Exhale, go all the way down, unbend the leg, and the hands drop to the floor. Okay, if you need to, you can step this back foot in an inch or so. Soft bend in the front leg. Now, if your fingertips are touching the floor, everyone just lift away from the front leg. Take a deep breath in there. Exhale, lower your chest, lower your head. Keep breathing. Wonderful. Now, again, using a book or a pillow, keep your left hand down on the floor, even if you're on your fingertips, but ideally, eventually, the palm is flat. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. More or less stack your shoulders. You can look down or you can look up. Take a deep breath in and twist right through your waist. Exhale, lower your right hand. Good. Bend your front leg, come back up to warrior one. Listen, exhale, lower the arms, straighten the front leg. Good, just take a moment, pause, breathe. Now come back, or come to the other side, and all we have to do is just pivot, okay? So, bend the leg. Good, hands up over your head, take a deep breath in. Good, exhale, straighten the leg. Fold over the leg with the arms up in the air. And we do that again. Inhale, bend the leg. Hands reach up. Good, exhale, straighten the leg. Body comes down. Torso, that is. Good, arms. Inhale, bend the leg, come on up. Exhale, this is where we stay. Bend, unbend the leg. Good, and breathe. So again, if you have to step the back foot in a little bit, heel is down. So both feet are flat on the floor. Front leg is straight with a soft bend in the knee. And then if you're twisting, hand is on the floor, right hand, palm flat, on the mat, floor, book, pillow, and the left hand goes up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. You can look down if you want, or up. Super. Inhale, twist at the waist. Exhale, lower the left hand. Okay, we're coming back into warrior one, so soft bend, bend the left leg, come on up to warrior one. Exhale, straighten the front leg, just lower the arms. Okay, just pause here. Good. We'll come to the center of our mat, and then we're going to take a wide stance. Let's do this. So my legs are out wide. Look down and make sure that the feet are parallel rather than toes facing out or toes facing in. Hands on the waist, hinge forward. Navel pulls back. Good. Now place your right hand on the floor, and if it's available, work that hand closer to the left foot. Or I guess this is your, excuse me, I was mirroring you. So I'll switch. It's your right hand, left foot. Okay. You can reach your left hand up into the air. Keep breathing. Eventually, as the body starts to release and let go, this right hand can be flat on the floor on the opposite side of the foot. Fingers facing the opposite direction of the toes. Okay, your left hand is up in the air. If it hurts, just place it on your back. Take a deep breath in. Stay here, exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lower the hand, lower your head. Take a moment here. Okay, so hopefully I say this correctly. Your left hand is now on the floor. Okay. Your right hand is up in the air. The left hand can go closer to your right foot. It can hold on to the ankle. And again, if it's possible, the hand is flat on the floor with the fingers facing the opposite direction of the toes. Look up if it doesn't hurt your neck and keep breathing in and keep breathing out. Inhale. Lower your left hand, lower your head, exhale. Good. Place your hands on your back. You can interlace the fingers if you'd like. Excuse me here for a second. I have a heater on. Hot, hot, hot. All right. So legs out wide, fingers interlaced behind your back, and then you limp forward. So if your hands don't fall away from your back too much, that's okay. But if they do, the palms can be going closer to deepen the stretch. Keep breathing. Release your hands to your waist. Come up with a flat back. Yeah. Good. All right, let's lay down on the floor. Okay. Put your feet up in the air. Okay. Now, if this is what we end up doing is too stressful, you can place your left foot on the floor to begin with. Okay. Otherwise, both feet up in the floor. And you'll decide, and I'll remind you, okay? So arms alongside your body, or you can place your hands to support your lower back. I like to do that as we move on, and you can change your mind. So right here, we're going to put a gentle angle in your right leg. Okay, bring your left leg to the right leg. Remember, if your hands are underneath your back, you can move them there. And then go ahead and find that juicy spot. There it is. Lower the legs a little bit more. Keep breathing. Sometimes I find myself fidgeting a little, like with my fingers or toes. I try to minimize any unnecessary movement. Shaking is what would that be called? Involuntary shaking is fine. Okay, you can lower the legs just a little bit more where the heels are hovering off the mat. Keep breathing. Lift the legs all the way back up towards the ceiling. And then find that angle again. And then lower the legs just a few more inches. Super. And then lower them a little bit more. Hopefully you're still breathing rather than gripping the jaw or your breath, you know. And then let's find that spot where the heels just hover off the floor. Nice. Super. Okay, lower the feet, release your hands, pause, take a deep breath in, and exhale out. All right, so let's roll over onto our side and come up to a tabletop position. Again, don't come up the way I just did. As I say, not as I do. Right? Okay. All right, so let's find a plank pose, okay? So that's, your legs are long, your hands are underneath each shoulder, right hand, right shoulder, left shoulder. You have some space between your feet, that's fine for a moment. And again, at any time you need to, your knees can rest on the ground. So let's make our way into a side plank, left hand down on the floor. Tilt your heels so that the edge of your left foot is touching the ground, and then your right foot stacks right on top. So I'm going to do the modification real quick. This is where your left foot can stay on the ground, or excuse me, left knee. Okay. Otherwise, legs long. Long length through the arms. Reach the right hand over your head. Exhale, arm alongside your body. Inhale the hand over the head. Keep it there while you breathe. And some of you might lift this right foot off. For me, not right now. I practiced earlier, maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, let's switch sides. Okay. This was what made me think of doing the video. It felt so good when I was done. Okay, so then your right knee can be down on the ground like that. Reach the left hand over your head, take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower the arm. Hand goes over your head, inhale, push through your rib cage. And again, if you want to lift this foot off the other one, you can. Ooh. Good. And release. Come to a plank pose. Come down to chaturanga. Again, your knees can drop to the floor, right? Come up to upward facing dog. Hold here. Good. Drop shoulders, chest out. Come back to that low plank and come all the way down to the ground. Good. So I'm adjusting a little bit, so I'm on my mat. All right. So hands along underneath the shoulders, palms are flat on the ground, and they stay on the ground the whole time. We're going to lift the chest up, drop the elbows down, and lower back down. Chin maybe touches. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale back up. Stay up. Breathe.
You can work your hands a little bit further back, but keep them down with very little pressure in the hands. If it's possible, lift your right foot up off the mat. Set it down, keeping the chest still off the floor. Lift the left leg up. Good. Set that foot down for a moment and lift both feet up. Hands are still on the floor. You might open up the legs, breathe in, and exhale, work the feet in. Inhale, legs wide. Exhale, feet together. One more time. Inhale, legs wide. Exhale, feet together. Lift everything up, but the belly and the hands, and then lower down. So rest. I know I need to. Okay. When you're ready, let's come up and have a seat on our mat. Okay. And then when you get there, go ahead and spread your legs out wide. So look over your left leg. Hands up over your head, breathe in. Exhale, we're just going to move a couple times. Exhale, over the leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, over the leg. You can remove the arm variation if it hurts you at all. Breathe in. The next time we'll stay. If you'd like, you can hold this foot. I'm going to pull away for a moment, keeping the chin down. Straighten out the back, straighten out the spine, and then lower towards the leg. And come up just a little bit. Your left hand holds your leg. If it's possible, have your palm facing the screen that you're looking at, facing me. Okay? And then you're going to keep turning so that so the thumb ends up pointing down to the floor. So rather than, so the palm faces me to the ceiling, and then the foot, and then grab the foot, okay? And the thumb is on the other side right there, okay? Right hand up over your head. Reach over towards that foot. Inhale, come on up, straighten the arms, keep holding the foot. And exhale, stay. If the hand can touch the foot, great. If it doesn't, it's just over the head, that's awesome. That's okay. What we're looking for is some deep breath right into the right rib cage. Keep your right hip down and breathe. Reach the right hand up. Place it down on your thigh. Grip the foot. Come on up to sitting. Good. All right, over the right leg. Both arms over your head. Breathe in. Exhale, lower towards the leg. Inhale, come back up. Next time you can stay. And come on down. Okay, now we're going to stretch the left side body. So if you're taking the hand grip, okay, have your palm face me. Now my thumb and palm is facing the ceiling. And I'm going to turn it some more. Grab on with my thumb, and then the four fingers are behind the foot. Okay. Left hand arm up in the air. Reach over the head. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. One more time. Breathe in. And stay. And if the foot isn't available, that's fine. No, some of us might look like this today. That's all right. Okay. Feel your left seat come back down if it's up. Breathe into your left rib cage, expand the lung with your breathing. Okay, reach the left arm up over your head. Come on up. Okay, so make sure your seat bones are out. So hands in front of you, just walk your hands out. If you feel like laying all the way down on the floor and your body lets you, you can do that. Be mindful that nothing hurts in your knees, so soft bend is all right. And then let's come down to our backs, okay? This is where we'll stay, so we'll end with Shavasana soon. So if you have a pillow, blankets you use when you just stay in that resting position, go ahead and bring those nearby. I know I keep my socks on for my practice because that's what I do, but maybe you're saving that for your Shavasana. You can get them close to you now. Okay, so let's lay down. As always, just take a moment and assimilate to being down on your back. Okay, so move both feet over to the left. Pop your hips over to the right. And then move as much as you can your shoulders, head over to the left also. So if the camera was right above me, I'd be more or less this crescent shape. So the
top of my body and the lower end of my body is to the left, and my hips are over to the right. And it might be subtle in your position, that's okay, but as long as it's something. Then your left hand goes right on your tummy, and your right hand goes right up over your head. So think of a crescent moon shape in your body right now, okay? Close your eyes and fall deep into your body. Lower the right hip a little more and extend the right arm over your head more. Okay. Flex the right foot, and then like you're stamping the heel on the wall that it's facing, right? Just press through that heel, and like you're going to try to reach the wall. And then this arm over your head is reaching for the opposite wall. And you're ideally feeling a deep internal stretch in your right side body, and even deep within the body. I'll give you a little time there. Just remember you're trying to stretch as much of the right side body as you can. And utilize the breathing, deep breaths, to deepen that stretch. Okay. Keep flexing that foot, keep reaching the hand. Go ahead, release. Adjust your body back to a neutral position. And we'll do that to the other side. So the feet go all the way to the right, the hips go as far to the left, and then my head goes to the right, shoulders do. Okay, so left arm up over your head, right hand on your tummy. And I'm going to keep reaching the hand over my head and flex the left foot. And then like I'm trying to press on something with that left foot. So it's just a deep stretch. Not just the side, but a deep internal stretch. Take some long, deep recovery breaths here. Keep stretching, keep pressing through the heel. And release. Come back to a neutral position. So we're going to make our way into Shavasana. So if you're going to stay there for, say 10 minutes, I'm not going to have the video on that long in Shavasana. You can get your phone now and set a timer. While you're looking at the video, you might hit the thumbs up. Gets the video out to more people. Especially if you liked it, hit subscribe so you can get a notification of more content, A professional yoga teacher, but I'm not professional on camera, so I'm working on it, right? All right. So feet up in the air when you're ready. Bend your legs, grab onto the feet. You can grab the ankles or the shins, and then we'll just work on straightening the legs. And you can widen the legs, tailbone down, gaze up, or closed. You have your eyes closed as long as your nose is pointing to the ceiling. You can bend the knees and draw them alongside the body. Happy baby pose, you might rock. Do whatever else you see fit to get into Shavasana. I like curling up into a ball sometimes. Oh, give yourself a squeeze. I miss hugging. And then release. Take up some space. There's no boundary to your mat. Just fall right off of it. Breathe in, fill your belly up with air, push your belly out if you need to. And then exhale. Breathe in. And Shavasana. Till we see each other again, namaste.